If you're looking to grow your wealth, gain a better understanding how money works, or simply invest smarter, these 3 books are absolute game changers. I've read over a dozen books, and so far these 3 have been the most important in changing the trajectory of my financial life. So I'm really excited for today's video and sharing these with you. But before we jump into the juicy details of today's videos, please guys, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. We got amazing new content coming your way. You're not going to want to miss out on this. So without further ado, let's get straight right into it. Book number 1, Think and Grow Rich. This book I feel like you should read first for many reasons, and the most important one is that it teaches you to have the right mindset when it comes to acquiring riches.
Guys, this book has over 100 million copies sold for a reason, and it teaches us 5 major important lessons. The first one is having a power of thought. What that means is before you embark on your journey to get your riches, before you go towards your destination, you gotta have a clear and definite goal in your mind.
You've got to know what you want. You can't give direction to a person who does not know what the final destination is. So have your final destination in mind. That is your clear and concise goal. Then you can find out your path to getting to that goal. The second most important lesson that comes from this book is desire. You need to have a burning desire, and he'll help you distinguish the difference between a wish and a desire and the effects they both can have. A wish is just you kind of want something and you're hoping for it to work out your way. A desire is a true burning passion that pushes you through any and everything. It makes you run through walls to get to your goal that you have set for yourself to acquire.
It makes you overcome your laziness, get out of bed every morning, and push yourself towards your goal.
Piggybacking off that one, the third most important lesson that this book teaches is the law of attraction. To be able to visualize success, that's the only way you can actually get to where you want. You need to visualize yourself where you are going to be before you're there so that you can actually end up there. What that means is
you can actually manifest your goals and trick your subconscious mind into pushing you towards your goals every single day.
Lesson number 4 that comes from this book is the mastermind principle. Basically what this is, you've heard the saying, if you have 3 friends who are millionaires and you become their 4th friend, it is very likely that you are going to become the 4th millionaire. Just like that, if you hang out with 3 bums, more than likely you are going to become the 4th bum. Yeah, exactly. So you want to surround yourself with like-minded people who are going towards the same type of goals, and they're helping one another so that you can get to where you want to be much quicker and much faster.
You share the same mindset, and actually you guys can learn from each other's mistakes and avoid making the same mistake.
A smart person learns from his or her own mistakes. A wise person learns from others' mistakes. And the 5th and last most important lesson from this book is continuous growth. Cultivate a mindset that allows you to constantly be learning, because the world is forever evolving, right? Grow your knowledge, grow your skills, gain more experiences, and these things will help you acquire more riches as you become a better person and more skilled, have more weapons and skill sets available in your arsenal. If someone were to strip you of your money, your assets and everything, be someone who can be able to get that money back right away, because that money didn't make you who are. You were the person who made that money. So if someone were to strip you of all your assets and all your riches, someone who is very skillful will be able to make that money back again faster than they were able to before, because they already have those skills. They've developed the skills that it takes to acquire the riches in the first place. The second book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. At its core, this book is not about mindset, but the way we approach money. And the reason why I love this, it teaches you what we weren't taught in school growing up, even in college perhaps.
And this book isn't just about money. It's about success. It's about how we approach wealth.
Since elementary school, we've been programmed to work 40 hours. So you're going to school from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. 5 days a week. When you graduate, you go to college, you do the same thing, 40 hours in school. And then once you're done with college, you go back to try to find a job and you do the same thing. You work 40 hours and you're just living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, and no one ever teaches you what to do with the money and how to have the right mindset to acquire wealth. And this actually used to work for our grandparents, but it no longer works these days. Times have changed, but the lessons in this book are timeless. You see, Rich Dad Poor Dad is not just a book about getting rich quick or having a scheme to make a lot of money very fast. It's a book that teaches you the difference between liabilities and assets. It teaches you how to have financial independence and building wealth over time by making good small decisions that pay out in a better way long term. One of the best concepts that this book taught me is that you have to have assets that pay for your liabilities. For example, when you want to go buy a car,
you just don't go and buy that car. What you do instead is you go put that money, you invest that money into a real estate, for example, and you build a stream of income first. using your assets, you pay off that liability. You then go buy a car, and the car itself is gonna pay off using that rent.
So if you're gonna go out and take a loan out on, let's say an average car is like $45,000 right now, instead of taking a loan out on a $45,000 car, go take a loan out on a rental property. Now this might generate revenue in a longer time span. Keep that in mind. But once you get that ball rolling and you are generating revenue from your passive asset, it will directly pay for your vehicle. Instead of putting financial burden and stress into your life that, man, I have to keep working to be able to pay $800 or $600 a month for this car. Once you invest using that same loan in a rental property, for example, it could be anything else, but I'm just saying rental property as an example, that profit that's generating every single month will pay for that liability, which is the car. And once the car is getting done paid off, you're just generating revenue into your pockets, because a rental property is constant stream. It's something that you own. It's an asset that's always generating money and revenue for you.
It's increasing in value over time.
Exactly.
Instead of liability, it's just decreasing in value over time.
It's a longer game, but it allows you to not stress yourself out in your lifestyle. Whenever you get a promotion at work, we like to upgrade our lifestyles. Let's say you get an increase of $10,000 for a yearly salary. That's a little under $1,000 a month. We want to go buy a new car. We want to go buy a bigger house. You didn't put more flexibility in your pockets. All you did was just upgrade your life. Now that is good, but it's not giving you an ease of mind.
It's not giving you the freedom that you want in the long run.
You're still stuck to the chain of that loan you're paying off on that car or whatever, a bigger house it is. And this is just one example from this book that teaches you to transform your relationship with money. And if you want to break out of that cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, I cannot recommend you this book enough. You need to go read this to really be able to set yourself free from liabilities and go into assets. All right, guys, the last book it's not a financial book, but it's a book that helps you become a more effective person. It's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, Stephen Covey, this book is a masterpiece. If you're stuck in a rut and you're unable to reach your full potential, this book teaches you important habits you need to start implementing in your daily life to go out there and be more effective and be actually successful.
It all comes down to like those small habits that you make the small decisions that you make every day that leads you towards your goal, towards that success that you want.
Habit number 1, be proactive. Don't be a victim of your surroundings. A lot of times we like to blame our surroundings, our environment for who we are today and not being able to create a better life for ourselves. Man, I wish I wasn't born in this household. I wish I was born rich. I wish I went to a better high school. I wish for, a different scenario that you weren't born into. Listen, that's never going to happen. Everyone is given a certain card in life, and that's what you need to use to make the best of it.
You play the cards that you're dealt with.
Only you have the power to shape your destiny into whatever you want it to become. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. What this means is kind of like how we talked about early in Think and Grow Rich. You have to know where you're headed to be able to navigate through your journey.
Think about this. You can't really give directions to a person who doesn't know where he's headed.
If you don't have the destination in mind, you're just going to be driving around in circles. Habit number 3, putting first things first. Listen, you only have 24 hours in a day, and time does not stop for anyone. So prioritizing the things that are most important to you and attacking them instead of just wasting time. We live in a day and age of social media where we like to mindlessly scroll. We have so many things going on in life and we get lost in the sauce. Identify what's most important to you and schedule your days effectively, targeting the most important things to you. Habit number 4, think win-win. A scarcity mindset basically will only take you so far. Amazon, for example, what Amazon did was he created such a big retail business.
He created a platform that
allows others to succeed as well.
Yeah, like you just create, like we talked about this in our second video, I believe. It's not just a platform he's getting rich from. He's created it for others. You can actually sign up on Amazon seller account,
and you can start selling on it as well.
You can start your own business, and the more you earn, the more he earns. It is a classic win-win situation.
And it's great for consumers as well, because he's taken out, we used to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get our products. We used to go in stores, stand in lines, take forever. It would take a lot of time out of our days. Now I just open an app, a few clicks, and I'm gonna get my product delivered to me straight to my house within 2 days, sometimes even a day. They even have, I believe, same-day delivery now. He helped the consumers, and then he's helping other like-minded business people make money as well. Think win-win. And now Amazon is one of the largest companies in the world. Habit number 5, seek first to understand and then be understood. Going off of the last habit, you have to listen to other people's problems to be able to provide a solution. This is really important when it comes to business, especially when you're trying to make money.
And sales too. The better you know your consumers, the better you can sell your own product.
By genuinely wanting to help somebody else, it'll allow you to build rapport and be able to sell your products even easier. Habit number 6. Synergize. This basically means have a team around you going towards your same goal is so much easier than being on that path or journey just by yourself. Learn from other people's mistakes, kind of like the same theme from Think and Grow Rich. It's important to surround yourself with similar people and a team. You can learn from one another's mistakes and move on much faster in your journey. You might want to be rich when you're 60 years old. Everybody does. You never want to be broke, but imagine becoming rich 40 years sooner at the age of 20 and just having a really lifelong wealthy life. Habit number 7, another foreshadow from book Earlier Think and Grow Rich, sharpen the saw. Always be in a mindset of looking to improve. Like I said, the world is forever evolutionizing. If you're always working on yourself, you're always improving, you'll never get left behind. Stay ahead of the game, work on yourself, and become a character who's undefeatable and who's always evolutionized, always up to date.
And the biggest investment you can make is in yourself. So self-care is very important, guys.
Your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual well-being, it's gonna enhance.
It's all connected. It's all connected.
And it enhances your effectiveness. If you are a skilled individual, you're gonna be very effective, and it's gonna help you obtain long-term success. All right, guys, these are the 3 that were super important to us. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. If you stuck around for this long, hit the like button and hit a subscribe button. We're so excited for this journey, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Peace.